Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Papa Boris here, playing some more Krumit's Tale. This is going to be a tough level. These guys are tough. I mean, you're going to have to start fighting tough things eventually, but main issue, you can't equip weapons until after they attack. So it's hard to one-shot these things, because then on their second attack, you don't have stealth anymore, and it's just awkward. It's a tough enemy for Mischief. But, you know, I'm due for some bad luck. I've had some very good luck this run, so we'll see how we go when we have a very challenging level in front of us. Okay, so all things considered, this is not a bad start. Only 3 enemies. If there is something unlucky here, it is the fact that none of the 3 starting enemies are the easy ones, the skeletons. So, what do? These guys are tough, because their first attack is armor piercing. So, you kind of have to take 3 damage or one-shot them, and it's obviously tough to one-shot something when you just start out. This would actually let me block them, except that I don't have the ability to block because their first attack is piercing. Now, what about the Windrunner? I could actually Brigand's Armor it. Can't use my weapon, but when it has this 5 attack, I could flee. It'll be stunned from being blocked, and it'll be at 9 health. So then where am I at? How do I do 9 damage? Its next thing is 1 attack and 5 block. So I have to one-shot it, or else I have to flee the next turn when it's got the 4 blitz. That's a tough one. Yeah, bit of a challenging situation. So I could do something like pick up this knockout, and then whack somebody, and then flee? Yeah. The second attack, 3-3. I mostly block with chainmail. I only take 2 damage from it, but I would still take 5 damage killing it if I let it do its first attack and its second attack. Yeah, I gotta do some thinking here. This is a pretty tight spot. I mean, this would let me just one-shot both the punks. It'd be overkilling it, but it would. What am I doing? 5? So I do 5 with this, and then my next time it's only 2, because 1 base attack plus 2 from the short sword. So I need 1 more damage to come from somewhere, which is tough. I mean, stab I guess would do it, but then the punk would drop to 2 damage to me, and I don't have room for the stab either. I could just like put all the matches on this Windrunner, and then pick up, let's say, the stab, and just take the 2 damage from the punk, and then use 2 ticks of the short sword to kill each punk. But if I pick up the stab, right, then they're not alone in the row anymore, so I have to kill this one first. Ugh, so annoying. Okay, so I can pick up the knockout, take 3 damage, hit this thing for 5, knock it out, let the skeleton drop in, and I'm pretty much nowhere with that. Yeah. Tough start. Do I just take 5 damage and kill a punk? And then do the same for the other punk? That seems rough. How about this? Poison. So I could deal 6 damage to somebody with this. And then finish it off. Right? That's an idea. Okay, I'm not going to count this all the way, but we're going to burn that thing all the way. We're then gonna buy this charm, and I'm just gonna pop this punk with it. Okay, so now I basically one-shot kill it. Oh my god, I forgot about my Elementalist stamp. Did I don't think I needed to actually use 3 of it because it was poison, so I dealt an extra damage. No, I still needed to do it. Okay. So then we'll pick up the stabs. Oh, wait, I need to deal with this punk first. Or I could just do the skeleton. Yeah, hang on, let's just take a little breather here and kill the skeleton. For just a hot second. We'll use the chainmail for that. And there. Okay. And now I can kill this punk. I don't want to pick up stab because it would make them be on the same level. Although I could knock one of them out. What happens if I just do this? 5. Yeah, we'll do it like this. So I'll hit it for 5. Take 5 damage myself to flee here. And then I'll finish it off. Okay. And then I can get one of these combat knives, which deal 8 damage. So I pick up the combat knife, add 2 stabs to the deck, which is useful not just for the stabs themselves, but for having more good stuff in the deck as opposed to monsters to prevent the board being clogged. Then we'll pick up a stab, So this thing burns down to 7. Now I unfortunately still can't kill it because I need to use a weapon against it to kill it. But I can't use a weapon because that's their special thing, is you can't use weapons against them until after they've attacked. But what I can do is I can stab... Oh, this thing... Hold on a second. Why don't I just one-shot this guy? So they have 8 total health. And then why don't I just one-shot this punk? She has 8 health. Yes, that has to be the right play. Because I spent 3 gold to buy this combat knife. I killed 3 enemies with it, so I got my gold back. And I added 2 stabs to the deck, so I'm actually ahead on gems. That's gotta be a good way of playing this game. I think I know what I'm doing sometimes. Okay, now let's pick up the Brigand armor because I have a space in my inventory. So what I'm gonna do is block this thing with my stealth. And then I actually don't even need to run because she's burning. Ha! So I get a +1 from my Elementalist stamp. Nice. And before she can get that armor up, I kill her. Okay, I think we're doing all right here. Main problem now is my inventory's full. I don't have stealth, so I can't use this thing. I could flare up a spot with a stab, I guess. Why don't we stab this skeleton? Pick up the blackjack. This gives me stealth. So what I can do next is I can stab the other skeleton, and I can use my little crappy Dinkle sword to avoid taking 2 damage. So that one stab is very useful. And I'm going to do it again on this skeleton, too. Okay. Alright, I'm pretty happy about this. So now, I'd love it if I had 1 more gold so I could just pick up this Dragon Fang. But as it is, I could just buy this longbow. What would the longbow let me do? Shoot this, it would be at 4 effective health. And then I could poison it. And then if I had stealth against it, yes, but I do not have stealth against it, is the problem. You know what? F it. Let's just pick up one of these stabs. I'm just swimming in stabs here. We'll just improvise a bit. Let's block that. And then let's flee while she's... No, the thing that makes most sense is to attack her for 1 extra damage, then flee and let her take 1 damage and block. Yeah, that's got to be the play. We're going to do this. I'll flee just taking 1 damage, which will cancel the armor. Then I can come back in, do it again. We're basically back at the top, so it's the same thing. Okay. So awkwardly, I do need 1 more damage to be able to kill her. So we'll use a stab for that, and we'll do it like this. So notice Super Blitz, pretty important there, because it's the difference between living and dying. And now I can pick up this Prison Shank or the Dragorn Fang? Okay, that's a weird name. So, yeah. Let's grab this thing. I can kill this guy without taking a hit. I can now kill the armored guy without taking a hit because it's armor piercing, so it has 8 total health, but I only deal 7 damage, but it's fine because of its piercing effect. I'm gonna grab this longbow here without thinking about it too well. No, I'm gonna get this Dragorn Fang. I'm gonna overkill this punk for 14 damage. It's fine. It's fine. We're fine. And now this chainmail would actually be pretty useful against the skeleton. I don't have any space, so is there any point? No, there's really no point. I'll just kill it. I mean, I could blackjack it. Okay, let's see if we can save a gem here. So there's 1 more enemy left, and I could just Dragornly Fang it. Oh wait, I don't. The enemy is not on the board. Oh, it's not on the board. Hilarious. Okay, so, yeah, I'm not gonna overthink it. Let's just, you know, pitch something and kill it with my weapon. Could have been worse. Could have been even further down. Okay, so, yep. You can see how useful it is to have this thing. Wait, I miscalculated my damage. Oh, right, because when I said that, oh god, I miscommentated. I said the Dragorn Fang does 11 damage, but it's 14 because I forgot about the stealth. I only counted the 10 damage from it and the 1 damage from your base attack, which is 11, but you have 3 damage bonus when you are in stealth and have a weapon equipped. Right. Okay. So I don't want another one of these. I'm still not thrilled about this. This thing I'll take. I'm planning to just most of the time, I'm hoping I can just pitch it for a gold and 2 health, but sometimes you get totally screwed and your board is clogged with enemies, and then having this in your deck gives you a chance that you just pick it up, shuffle the enemies back in the deck, and then you're fine. I don't normally like using it because the problem with it is that then you end up with a board full of oftentimes good stuff, and then you have to pitch all your stuff to get the enemies to appear. This is a bunch of great stuff. So Chill is just one of the strongest stamps in the game. It's so hard not to take this. This is good survivability, but then this is totally fine. And one of the things that makes this really good here is the fact that I have a blowgun, or a dart gun, which gains durability back when I pick up a potion, and it's fodder for my Dragon's Gold. Because I can just basically turn those potions into money. Crap, am I so crazy I'm not going to take Chill? Chill is just so good. You, like, fight an enemy, it hits you, and then you get a free round to, like, flee or whack it or do whatever. But I think, for variety's sake, even if it's the wrong decision, I'm going to take Alchemist. Alright, what do we got here? Well, we got this thing again. So, it's tempting. I do have this dart gun to poison things with, and the Sinister Charm to poison things with. I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to grab it. If I have to pitch it for a coin and for a gold and 2 health, that's fine. You can do that in this game. You can just take things and be like, you know what? It's okay if I just use this for a gold and 2 health, but then sometimes it's very helpful. This thing is weird. You stun your opponent if you have Blitz, which you're mainly going to have because you're in stealth, but it's just odd. So you like kind of counter them, but it doesn't parry them, so their next round will have will actually happen. So I'd rather just get another one of these and these, just have a lot of weapons, so I have lots of ways of killing stuff. But at what point do I have too many weapons is the question. I mean, I have to throw something out if I buy another weapon, so what am I throwing out? I kind of like having these boots, just in case. I'm not that thrilled about these boots. I mean, they're fine, but 2 armor just gets outclassed a lot of the time, and anything that you can kill with 2 armor, you can probably also kill with just a weapon. So, do I want the higher damage in the stabs or the armor piercing? Armor piercing is good. I think we'll go for the stabs and the higher damage. And then we'll get rid of these boots. I don't really want to go for an armor strategy here. We'll make do with the 5 armor stealth condition thing, if necessary. And, you know, I don't want to buy anything just for the sake of buying it. I mean, I could get another one of these weapons, but what am I really going to throw out? I don't want to get rid of the potion, the health vial, because that works with the dart gun. Then again, I also have the alchemy kit, and I have 300 potions in the deck. Yeah, I gotta get rid of that potion. We'll get this. It's better than the potion. Okay. Alright, so that was a round. On to the next one. So this one is hopefully not too bad. There are a couple of easy enemies here, some middling easy enemies, and then these big guys, but let's see how we can do here. Okay, so round 5. Gosh, round 4 took a long time. I really thought a lot in that opening level. Alright, so here we get one of like the classic ways you can get unlucky is just having more than one enemy on the bottom row, because it means you're not going to have stealth against either one. Now, I have a variety of ways of dealing with this. I think what I'm going to do without thinking about it too much is I'm just going to light this lady on fire, because she prevents weapon usage, which is kind of like a thing I enjoy doing a lot. And now I have a base attack of 2 thanks to my Elementalist stamp. We'll just block her first attack with Chainmail, and then we kill her. Oh, it's almost like we're Greybeard or Bruno. By the way, these matches, don't be afraid of just using them for anything. Even if it's like not a great use of the matches, like any use of the matches at all is fine. Because one problem I had a lot of the time early on is I'd be like, oh, gotta wait for the perfect time to use my matches. And then I would just throw them away because I never got a chance to use them well. So anything that is like even remotely useful with them, do it. For example, if I use the matches on this 10 health thing, and then it drops, it'll take 2 damage going down to 8, and then I can one-shot it with the combat knife, like, that's it, I'm sold. That's like, good enough. Because those guys, 10 health is kind of hard to kill. Okay, so now, I think I want to kill this guy. This thing does 8 damage normally. I want to kill this guy, adding a stupid to my deck while I have room for it in my inventory. Now these guys are a bit tough because they hit hard. As we've talked about before, this is actually going to hit me for 5. So if I had the Brigand armor, it'd actually be a good thing, but it's sadly not here. So I could stab it twice and then one-shot it with my thing, which is an option. I'd have to clear out room in my inventory. Or what happens if I use both weapons? Oh, I'm one off. Dang. Okay. So I'd like to use up this chainmail for something, but unfortunately I really can't. I could get frisky. I could, like, sell this and make this thing drop. The problem, then, is I'd have to, like... These two things would be in the same row. I could throw away the chainmail, or I could throw away the short sword and just pick up a stab and do it. Or I could pick up this charm and shoot this guy once. That, I think, is the move. Yes, I'm going to shoot this guy one time, so he does 1 damage, and then I can one-shot it. Oh no! I forgot about my elementalist step. I don't even have to use the other tick of the short sword because he's poisoned, so I do 1 bonus damage. Oh my god! Okay. So that weapon's gone, sadly, and I don't have any gold left, sadly, and I have nothing to kill that I can easily get gold with. Sadly, I'd love to buy this thing, but I don't have the gold. I have the same problem. Like if I do this and he drops, I could one-shot him if he was alone in his row and if I had a combat knife, but I don't have the gold for it. I mean, I could just, like, sell the stabs or something weird like that. Is there any other option here? I mean, I could, like, what? I could shoot this thing. I am doing 6 damage to it if he's poisoned. If I pump him twice, he takes 3 damage. Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna just do it. So we're gonna pump him twice, pick up a stab, and now we're gonna stab him once, and with my short sword, kill him. I didn't talk about this much, weirdly, at the time, but I really like the adventurer stamp for the rogue, because just having the starting stuff obviously is good for anybody, but the rogue is very vulnerable early on, so having a way to do anything early on is quite useful with her. So do I take 3 damage? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just use the chainmail as a 2 health thing. I'm gonna flee and cover my ass with the chainmail and call it a day. We'll just get a gold here. So now I'm a gold short of being able to buy this Dragon Fang, but I could buy the combat knife. Let me take a quick look at the situation. Am I just willing to commit to this? I want to buy this thing. I could just sell anything. I could just sell a thing. I could just sell a thing and buy this right now. Why would I not do that? Fine, we're gonna sell the knockout. So now 6, 7 with the stab, not quite enough. I'm just gonna do this. So we're gonna do that, and then again, and just kill it 1 hit. I don't want to take 6 damage. Yes, I did make it look easy, didn't I? I'm just being very frisky with all this stabbing. We'll get this Dragon Fang now, and these guys are in the same row, which is annoying. So we'll pick up this potion. And now I'm going to stab this thing and use my last short sword tick just to get rid of it. Clear up the inventory space. Okay, so now we can... Pop goes the weasel. Bam. Kill it. That weapon is just insane. Assuming you have a relatively clear board, it only doesn't kill those harpies that you can't use a weapon against in the first round. Obviously anything that's immune to weapons like the globbers and the town guards, and then the trash golems that have 20 health. But otherwise, it just kills anything. It's a very important thing to pick up when you have a chance. Let's go ahead and get that to add 2 stabs to the deck. There actually is an argument against that because I've already got 14 good things in the deck and only 5 enemies. Well, I had 12 before I put 2 stabs in there. So putting more stuff into the deck increases the likelihood that the enemies, you know, get clogged, and then I have to, like, clear out stuff I don't need to clear out just to have enemies spawn. I probably should have thought about that a little bit better. Alright, well, we're not going to use that thing, I don't think. And I'm definitely not using this thing. Okay. Oh, you know what? I probably should have just used this. Well, any hoodle. Let's get a bow. Shoot that thing, and we'll use this weapon to kill it. So now it's a trivial win. It's just a matter of, you know, being sad that I don't get to get all these gems because I keep having to clear stuff out for the enemies to spawn. Okay. Should I just... Yeah, whatever. I'll just do it. It's fine.
Nice.
And then that's the last enemy. So we'll pick up a stab just to get a gem, basically.
What luck.
Or 5 extra gems for, you know, ending the mission. And then I can just kill her the old-fashioned way. Beep. And then we flee.
Live another day.
And then we kill her. Kind of lucky, there were still 3 good tiles left in the deck. So, lucky I didn't have to get rid of more stuff. Still, this is a really good haul. Lots of gems from that run. That was actually probably easier than the dungeon before this. Alright, I don't want another one of these or another one of these. So I guess we're taking a bow, but I'm not thrilled about it. I might easily sell that.
Choose wisely.
Okay, balanced is sometimes synergistic, but here it would make this cheaper, but the stabs would now cost 2, and these would cost an extra each, so I don't think I want that. This is always fine. This is interesting. The abilities cannot be pitched to my Dragon's Gold because this only converts items. There are still things that are not monsters, which improves my odds of not having a clogged dungeon, so there's always a reason to consider it. However, I'm just going to take Stout because 6 health is fine. Okay, this is a really tough boss because 90 health. Now, you do have the thing that it takes 5 damage whenever you kill a tree on the board, when he's on the board, and he takes double damage from being stunned, but I'm not that great at making him stunned. It's really going to have to fall back on my blackjack to stun him, and I guess maybe using the armor, but it's hard to do. So it's going to be a bit of a tough battle here. Luckily, the other stuff's not too hard. These guys have the huge armor. They do die automatically if they have 0 armor at end of turn, so it doesn't really have 18 health, it really has 12, but still 12 is a lot. I have one of these shanks, and I got 2 bows! Hey, look at that! 2 bows! Hey! Okay, so let's take a look at the shop. This actually is incredible. It's so good. So I'm going to pick up another one of these poison packages. So now I can potentially do a whole butt-ton of damage to a boss. This thing is really good because it heals you. It's kind of, it's a lot like the combat knife. It's 3 gold, 4 attack, 3 durability. But instead of putting 2 stabs in the deck, it heals you when you attack an enemy who's damaged. Which is fine. What am I replacing to put that in my deck, though? This Plaguebringer. Well, I mean, I do have 2 blowguns. Sometimes you just need a way to kill something. It's this alchemy kit. That's a pipe dream. I'm going to use that to make my blowguns go off more. But now I'm at full, so I have to throw away one more thing to get this healing weapon. This feels like the wrong time to get rid of a longbow. I still think it's like, it might think, oh well, you know, the knockout you don't really use that much, and that's true. I don't use it much, but you need, you know, something in your deck, because it might not seem like it's that useful now because things are going well, but when things go badly, it's like, okay, I really wish to God my knockout were here, that kind of thing. I can get rid of Dragon's Gold because it gets a lot of gold for me, but right now I don't really have a deck that needs that much gold, is the thing. I didn't really end up picking up a big gold strategy. Obviously, I'm going to cry if like I get a Royal Rapier, or if I get, there's a bribe skill that costs a gold to pick up, and you can pay 4 gold to kill an enemy, like any enemy other than a boss. So it's like nice to have this as a just in case. You know, I think the correct play here, honestly, is to get rid of this Plaguebringer, because a really high damaging weapon can kill a decent number of things, more than one. This is probably just wrong for me to have, even with the other poison stuff. So we're just going to buy that Bloody Dagger. So that was a big play. Maybe I was wrong to do that. We'll see what happens. Yeah, okay, so now let's go ahead and see if we can take down one of the highest. I think that this guy has like more health than the Lich, but you know, he does lose 5 health whenever you kill a tree on the board. So the main thing with Elmer is you want to try to avoid killing the trees until he comes up. I might not have the luxury of doing that simply because leaving enemies on the board makes it harder to, you know, do what I want to do, which is to kill stuff and have it be alone in its row. Okay, so these guys, they have stealth, which is very annoying, so I can't put matches on them. My short sword deals 5 damage, so that's annoying. But I think we're just going to keep it real simple here. Let's just fight this guy. I'm going to kill him with my sword. Look at this nice column of enemies falling down here. And so what I'm going to do here is, I think I'm going to let myself get poisoned. And then I'll block just 2 damage. And flee. So my thinking here is I'll sell something and heal off the poison. Is that the correct plan? Hold on a second. What would I want to sell here? Not this, not that. I didn't want to sell any of this stuff. Shoot, I'm an idiot. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is burn that, and then I will just kill this guy. I will take the 2 poison damage. And then when this thing falls down to the ground, I'll kill it with my regular stealth attack. So I have 4 now. I don't think I need to buy this yet, though. None of this stuff is big enough to justify using it. We'll get this combat knife. Alright, and then this is a bit overkill, but I'll just kill this guy. With my combat knife. Now I can kill this guy with my base attack. Okay, so this is the kind of awkward thing that happens. No boss. I don't really want to kill this treant, but, you know, what are you going to do? What you're going to do is you're going to regret the fact that you didn't buy the prison shank. That's what you're going to do. Crap. Okay, this thing is just never going to happen, so we're going to just sell that. And we have another trickster coming up. Great. So I have to do 12 damage to it, or 6 piercing damage to it. Man, I really hate to throw stuff away. What are your attacks? 2. 8. 9. I could light it on fire. Make it 10. Fine. Lorp. He bashes. Oh, I did need to light him on fire, so that, right, I would have to do the extra attack. So I finish off its armor and it's dead, because, you know, trees can't survive without bark. Theme. Okay, so now this guy, I'm just gonna kill him with that other comment. I've got so many weapons in this deck. Look how much money I've got. I'm doing fine. So now this thing is obviously garbage. We'll just get rid of that. I'm never gonna use that because the board is full of my stuff. Yeah, this is the awkward thing about having too much of a good thing. You just have to throw stuff away. So I think we'll cash in. It's bad to buy this if the stuff that comes out is janky. We'll get this dagger. And we'll get one of these prison shanks. And now we gotta sell something. So I guess we'll sell off health potion. I don't think I need that necessarily. Although it is good with these dart guns. Okay, I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably shouldn't have gotten rid of it because I do need to trigger these dart guns more for the boss. Especially if I'm going to kill all these damn trees before the boss shows up. But yeah, I'm at the mercy of RN Jesus here, hoping that the boss shows up soon. So I'm going to start getting rid of stabs. They're not high impact. The other stuff matters more than the stabs. This is a very awkward situation. Not enough enemies came out to play with me. Oh god. Okay, well, the brigand armor can stun the boss. I think that's worth keeping, so we'll get rid of the longbows now. Oh, finally an enemy, thank Jesus. Okay, so this is actually good. I can use up my last tick of the short sword just to get it out of my inventory so I can pick things up instead of pitching them. And then that, I'll light him on fire just for the hell of it so I do an extra damage with my elementalist stamp and kill him that way. That is actually very interesting. This adds more poison so it makes the sinister charms much better, but I want to save that for later. What am I throwing away? Well, I'm not throwing anything away. Let's get this other prison shank. And we will just kill that thing. And I guess we're gonna do 90 damage to the boss with all this poison. It's gonna be a poison palooza. Okay, I don't want to actually pick this up because it adds more stabs to the deck. I am gonna take a bit of a gamble here. We're gonna pick up a dart gun. This is gonna have to stay on me. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He took damage when I killed. Oh my god! Okay, I swear to god, the early versions of this game, I don't want to swear to god, maybe I'm just an idiot, but in the early versions, he did not take damage if you killed a tree when he wasn't on the board yet, but now he has. Oh, that changes everything! That means you can just kill the trees gaily. Oh my god, well, if only I'd known. Alright, so what we're gonna do next is measure this out very carefully. Because I want to be able to recharge both of these dart guns. I think it means I'm actually going to have to basically waste one of these weapons. So when I do this, Yeah, that's a bad feeling, man. Well, I could just whack him a couple of times. It doesn't actually hit that hard. I could just whack him with a bloody dagger and, like, basically make up the damage. Well, okay. So let's poison, 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 poison. I don't want to sell this because I might need it to kill the trees that are still later in the deck. Yeah, okay, we're going to pick up this poison vial and throw away this bloody dagger that I wasted money on to recharge these guys. And I'm going to poison him and poison him some more. We're going to... I can't kill this because I only deal 2 damage to it because it's not alone in its row. Oops. So there's another potion coming in. Okay, so I guess what I'll do is pick up a blackjack, which gives me stealth. So I do kill this guy now. And now... Ugh, this is awkward. Oh yeah, I don't need these stabs. I don't need these friggin' stabs. I'm just gonna sell this. There. And so now... I will... Crap. I really want to kill this thing. I don't have stealth. I can't sell these. Oh, I should sell this thing. Although this would be good to get more gems later. I don't want to waste the blackjack because it stuns the boss. That's a good thing. What exactly do you do here? It'd be nice if I could just kill this treant. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to sell this combat knife. It's sad, but fine. So then I can use my prison shank to kill that thing. And I can use my prison shank to kill this thing. And I can use my prison shank to kill the next thing as well. Alright, great. So now we can poison, poison, pick up a potion, and poison him again. And do I need to use this potion? Sure, we'll just waste this potion, I think. I'm gonna pick up this other potion to recharge these. I'm gonna poison him some more. And then I'm gonna buy this Dragorn Fang. Let's just kill this guy real quick. Oh, it still attacks you. Interesting. Okay. So what I'm gonna do next is the blackjack. I'm gonna stun him, which makes me do double damage with my Dragorn Fang, which is a lot of damage. Oh, I didn't even have to do anything to kill. Okay, I overdid it a little bit, guys. Sorry. Overdid it a smidge. Weethad didn't even need these Sinister Charms. Probably I'm just overdoing it like crazy to a ridiculous degree. Yeah, but the stunning of the blackjack was helpful there. So I guess the problem is that I answered a question twice, right? How do you kill the boss? Well, I had this poison package, but my other answer to that question was I used the blackjack to stun him, and then I hit him with a 15 damage weapon, and then that deals 30 damage to him. So could have had a lot more gems left over probably, but that's fine. Okay, so here, this is really good with the Sinister Charm. This is good because you can get stealth outside of battle. I think I'm doing all right, though. I mean, it's one of those things with Mischief. I swear to God, there have been times where like, oh, I think I'm doing all right. And then, like, a level starts and there's 7 enemies on the board and you don't get your 1 false alarm or your 1 knockout. And you're like, maybe I wasn't as all right and I should have taken, you know, this kind of crap. And then this. You know what? F it. We'll just grab the spider bite. That could be a mistake, but we'll do it. Okay, I get the offer of chill again. Now these are survivability things, but they're just no chill. I'm gonna take chill. I'm not gonna pass on it twice. That would just be too insane even for me. Okay, so another blackjack is tempting. This thing is stupid. This thing we've seen. We've talked about Eviscerate. This is fine. Sort of like a long bow, but it can target anything. It's a bit more expensive and can be used in extra time. Oh, it can't target armor, but other than armor, it can target anything, not just the front row. Do I buy another blackjack? I'm gonna buy another blackjack. It gives me stealth when I pick it up, and sometimes that's just all I need. And then I'm not sure anything here is worse than a shuriken to trade off. These Dragon's Gold, I'm still just like keeping a door open, but at this point, I'm not sure anything is ever walking through that door. I can just replace a longbow with it. It's not good enough to justify. We'll wait. So thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.